You might recognize me because I've been harassing those of you in the crowd to play TechCrunch Trivia, which is happening soon. But right now we're going to do the Gadgets podcast. I'm Jordan Crook.
So I don't have a mic.
Matt Burns, there we go.
I'm Brian Eater.
And I'm Devin Coldewey.
And again, I want to remind you that you can win a ticket to TechCrunch Disrupt, which is the biggest startup conference in the world. If you just put your name in that bin right there, we're going to play TechCrunch Trivia in literally 8 minutes.
Jordan, how much does one of those tickets cost?
Like $3,000. It's kind of a big deal. It's happening in May, and it literally is the biggest tech startup conference in the world. So we really encourage you, even if you don't want to go, just come play with us. It's super fun. But for now, we're going to talk a little bit about CES, what we're excited about. We have amazing guests coming up on the stage. Matt, who do we have this morning?
Oh, shoot. We got some good people coming up. We have the founder of ODG, Ralph, right?
Yeah.
So these guys make these goggles. They're like HoloLens, but they're actually on the market. They're coming out, and they're quicker, and they're coming. This would be my viewing him. I interviewed him before he IPO'd. Then after GoPro was riding high, and I don't know if you know this, but GoPro's not riding very high anymore.
Oh.
In some cases, literally not as high.
A little low, actually.
Like
literally
recalls down to the
falling
ground.
out of the sky.
Right.
Yeah, so you're going to grill him. That'll be fun.
It'll be a good time for everybody.
And then we also have, I don't know if you guys know, how many of you have been to CES more than 5 years? How many more than 10?
Nice.
15? 20? Wow. Okay, so you win. You have to play trivia. Put your name in the thing.
Is that Gary
Right
Shapiro
now.
right
Your
there? I
Eureka
can't
Park's
see
not
very
even
well.
open.
You
He
have
started
to.
us.
So this is the 50th anniversary. So we're going to be celebrating that on our stage today at 3 o'clock.
Well, the CEA is coming here to our stage to celebrate, and there's even cake and ice cream at the end of it. And there's a video, and we're in the video.
Oh my God.
I know.
I love being in videos. Wait, okay, but let's actually talk about gadgets, because that's why you guys are here, right?
I love gadgets.
You do.
I love videos of gadgets.
It's almost creepy.
They're all right.
You wanted to talk a little bit about the connected home. What are you seeing here at CES?
Yeah, we've seen a really interesting play this year. This is definitely the focus of the show right now. You and I did the Samsung keynote together. That was the second connected smart home hub refrigerator that I saw that day. LG also announced one earlier in the day with Alexa. So all these companies are basically vying to become the center of the home ecosystem right now, and just putting it on a whole bunch of different devices. We've seen.
Brian?
Yes, sir.
Can you become Samsung and tell me why the hell I need my refrigerator be connected to the internet?
They said in the press conference they're taking family to a higher level. I don't know what that means.
It's all about the family, man. Don't you like family?
Well, we were talking about this we were actually trying to justify this exact thing on the way back from the keynote, and a very cynical part of me would say that when you are a company like Samsung, when you're a high-tech company, and you are in the appliance game, you do whatever you can to make the latest appliance as sexy as your consumer electronics. Otherwise, I suppose, there's a very basic functionality of having a speaker in your kitchen. A lot of companies have been vying for the kitchen with these very basic tablets. So this is potentially a way to watch video. You've got cameras on it, so you can see what's actually in the refrigerator without having to open the refrigerator or remotely. And you can order all the food that you want directly from the refrigerator.
Can
Who wants
it
stand
order
in front
Chinese?
of a fridge to order their food, though?
If you have Chinese in the fridge, you'll know if you have Chinese in the fridge.
I can't.
This is the dumbest thing ever.
It's seriously the dumbest thing. And honestly, I'm actually pretty annoyed. I was fired up yesterday because Samsung's new thing is reaching higher.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember the last time they reached high.
Sure.
We all blew up. So
they reach so high,
they're
They're literally not allowed on planes anymore. That's how high they reach.
That's how high they reached. Yeah, stop reaching. Stay on the ground.
No, that was definitely, I think, the most interesting moment from any of the press conferences. They spent, 3 to 4 minutes at the top of the event kind of apologizing and telling us that they were going to get better, that they were looking into it, that there was a report coming in the very near future, but that they're going to continue to make things as skinny and powerful as possible.
Yeah, they had the goal to introduce a gaming laptop with a turbo button. I don't want that. Yeah. Not from Samsung.
I don't think I'm going to buy their ovens either.
No, yeah. I mean, well, that's actually supposed to get hot.
All right. So enough bashing about Samsung. We have 2 minutes left before TechCrunch trivia.
Yeah.
Which is the very first time we've ever done it. So if it messes up, it's her fault, and I'm very sorry.
I'll take the blame.
But 2 minutes left. I think the overarching theme of this show is Alexa is everywhere. The Amazon Echo is in everything. It's in the fridges. It's in cars.
Well, and what's interesting about that is like we've had for a long time this whole IoT ecosystem, right? Where you have like this connected device and that connected device, but there's been no language that's actually easy to deal with all of these different things. You have to go into 10 different apps to get your blinds down and your TV on and this and that and the other. And Alexa is the first device that's really good at voice recognition, understanding what you want, and eventually can kind of predict what you need and stuff like that, which I think is great.
A lot of companies have been working on this for a long time. A lot of really smart and large companies. Apple has had HomeKit for a while. Google's obviously been working on Home in the background for some time, but the reason why Alexa has succeeded so widely is because they undercut everybody with pricing. They came in with a super cheap device, and they got them in all the homes. So it's out there in the
land
world.
grab right now, where they're just getting it out there as far as they can with as many devices as they can, so that it gets as much mind space out there as they can. So people think, oh, well, that's Alexa's the one that I talk to in my home. They don't think Google. They don't think Siri. They think, oh, Alexa, that's the one at home.
And on the back end, Amazon did a play out of Google's playbook, and they opened up the system. And so now everybody can integrate Alexa into everything, including stupid fridges.
And Domino's and Uber and all these things. So you can use your Alexa for almost anything. And what I find interesting is there's no backup plan. With Siri, you could always, if it doesn't hear what you want, you could always type in your question into Google. Alexa had to get it right because there was no other option. So they did. They got it right. And you can ask almost anything and she understands you. It's pretty great.
I think you're going to see some Apple Home devices out here. You're going to see a lot of branded devices, but it's going to be probably a full another calendar year before Google Home and Apple HomeKit are really big players in this space.
Any closing thoughts, Devin?
I think that if there's no backup to the Alexa thing, if Alexa doesn't understand what you say, fortunately, most of the time you can just go over and hit the light switch yourself.
Open a window.
But like, okay, sure, great. Okay, we're all babies and infants because of our technology. That's quite the revelation.
That's well put.
Okay.
Happy CES, everybody.
Yeah, no, okay, so we're going to get into TechCrunch Trivia right now. Big round of applause for my fellow Gadget podcasters.